Hey YouTube, it's Pace2K here, and today I got a brand new video for the most improved player of the year. We're going to go ahead and discuss this for this whole video, and it's about this new season, the 2019/20 season that's about to start. By the way, it's only going to start in 2 more weeks, so we only have 2 more weeks of waiting to do for the preseason to start, and then we could actually watch some games, so that's going to be really exciting. So anyways, I do want to actually talk about this real quick. So for the actual requirements of players that I actually, had to look over their stats and everything to see, how much a player has to improve for them to actually win this award. I literally found some screenshots here that I'll put up, and basically it's all the way from 2010 all the way to last year's 2019 award, and it's definitely got a pattern where you kind of have to have about 3 years to 5 years of experience. Goran Dragic, I can't pronounce that name, but anyways, he actually has 6 years of experience, so he's a little bit of an outlier, but for the most part you gotta have 3 to 5 years of experience. And then you also can't really average more than like 17 points per game, because that's just too much. It's not really leaving you too much room to improve at the end of the day. And I definitely found out that improving is definitely mostly about your points per game at the end of the day. You can definitely improve in efficiency and also other stats as well, but the points per game is definitely the most important stat line. So yeah, anyways though, let's go ahead and get into this. I just wanted to pretty much break this down for anybody who would say like, oh, maybe Donovan Mitchell's gonna win or Jamal Murray or something like that. Well, I'm definitely going over these stats, and this is pretty much what people have won. It's usually guys who's averaged less than 17 points per game, and then they go off for that season. So yeah, anyways though, let's go and get straight to it. So we're going to go ahead and go from the ground up. So first of all, we have Lonzo Ball, and the main thing with Lonzo was that he couldn't really stay healthy for his first 2 years, and then in his actual rookie season, you could definitely tell that the Lakers definitely gave him the most opportunity he could have had. He averaged like 34 minutes per game, and then in his second season, they obviously got Rajon Rondo, also LeBron James. They just had so many playmakers on that team that it was just hard for him to really fit in. Yeah, I definitely think he's gonna thrive on the Pelicans with Zion. He's also gonna have Jackson Hayes, and he'll be able to throw lobs up to both of them. So yeah, hopefully he can go ahead and win this award. Next, we have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's definitely gonna be one of the main ones because he had an amazing rookie year with the Clippers last year, and now he's on the Thunder, where he's definitely going to be the main option, if not the second option, and I think he's really going to thrive. Also, from Chris Paul being on the team, he's going to be able to teach him a lot of things. So yeah, I just think that he's going to be given a really good opportunity over there on OKC, and I definitely think that he'll be able to improve a lot from that, even though in his rookie season he was already so good. So yeah, I just hope for the best for him in his sophomore season. So interesting thing about DeAndre Ayton is that he actually said on an interview, I believe, that he wasn't really playing all that well in his rookie season, even though he actually had some amazing numbers. If you really think about it, he wasn't all that great defensively, but he definitely showed some signs over there in the Phoenix Suns. And yeah, he also had a thing that happened in the middle of the season, I believe, where the Suns weren't really feeding him in the paint all that much. He just wasn't getting all that many touches, which I think is really interesting. But yeah, I definitely think he has a lot more to improve on, and if he is able to do that, he's going to be one of the best big men in the entire league very, very soon. Because like I said, if he honestly thinks that he didn't have all that good of a rookie season, then I have no idea how good he can really be, because he literally averaged a double-double with like 16 points per game. So yeah, the sky's the limit for him. Marvin Bagley is actually really similar to DeAndre Ayton in my opinion. You look at his numbers, he definitely had a very solid season, definitely for a rookie at least. 15 points per game. That's really, really impressive right there, and his efficiency was really good. He was able to hit some 3-pointers as well. So probably the most controversial one here is probably Terry Rozier, because obviously he was given a crazy contract. The Hornets are very stupid for actually giving that out to him. We all know this, but I honestly think that he has the most potential. Well, not the most, but he has a very high potential to actually win Most Improved Player of the Year. And my reasoning for that is that the Hornets would not pay him that much money if they didn't actually believe in him, which means that he's definitely going to be, the main option on the team, or he should be, with that much money being paid to him. He's never averaged 40 or more percent from the field, which is insane, if you really think about it. Even for a point guard, that's insane in today's game. But yeah, he's literally got the most to improve on. So yeah, I definitely think that if he can average like 18 points per game on some pretty good efficiency with the Hornets, then he could definitely win, the Most Improved Player of the Year. And we could honestly end up looking at this contract like it was actually a good idea, which at the end of the day, it's still not a good decision because you could have gotten him for less. But anyways, let's just go and move on from him. So Kevin Knox, I actually saw this during the season last year. He was actually rated the worst actual basketball player in the entire NBA, and I think they take that from his minutes per game, his efficiency, and what he really does as far as like plus minuses, all that. So I actually think that he was literally rated the worst player in the entire league, which we all know that's not true. It's just how the ratings work for that website or whatever, somebody found that out on. But anyways though, I definitely think that he has a lot to improve on. The New York Knicks actually got a lot more players this offseason, so it's going to probably be hard for him to really find his role on the team once again. So that's the main reason why I don't honestly think he's going to win it. But I definitely think that he has an opportunity to, and if he's able to, play like he did in Kentucky and all that, I definitely think that he has a very high chance. His efficiency was so bad in his rookie season that, I definitely think that if he literally just improves that a little bit and he's able to get more touches and all that, I definitely think that he'll be able to win Most Improved Player of the Year. Jaren Jackson Jr. just got Ja Morant, and I honestly believe that they're both going to be the future for the Memphis Grizzlies, just like Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. I believe both of these players at the start of their careers, they're going to be the next Mike Conley and Marc Gasol, not because they play the same way, but just, in general, being the face of Memphis. And I definitely think that Jaren Jackson Jr. has a lot to improve on. He was a really good defensive rookie, but he just didn't really have all that much in his offensive game. He definitely was very impressive for a rookie, don't get me wrong, but he has a lot to improve on. And if you really look at his three-point shot, he could have done slightly better. Maybe he'll attempt more shots this year. He's just gonna have a lot more of opportunity in general. And another thing about him is he did have a lot of injury problems in his rookie season, so hopefully he can go ahead and stay healthy for the entire year. And then we can also see Ja Morant throw some lobs up to him. Like I hope that we can get to see that on this season. So yeah, I wish the best for him, and I believe he is actually from Indiana, so I'm a Pacers fan, at the end of the day, so I'm definitely cheering for him about that as well. Anyways though, let's go and move on. So if you guys actually remember, Caris Levert was actually going to be one of the Most Improved Player of the Year candidates this year. He was literally on that path. He was playing amazing in the start of the season, but then obviously he had that terrible injury which kept him out all the way until like not the very end, but the start of the end of the season, you know what I mean? So yeah, he actually did very well for post injury. Usually players struggle a little bit, but he actually played very well, for a post injury player. Anyways though, in the playoffs, we were really able to see what he was able to do. If we literally just look at his stats in the playoffs, it was insane. He averaged 21 points per game on almost 50% from the field percentage, and then he also averaged like 46% from 3 on 5 attempts. That is literally insane, and I definitely think that he's going to be the second option on this Brooklyn Nets team, with KD being out for the whole season. So yeah, I definitely think that he has a lot of potential, and I hope that he actually does really well, even though he literally is he was drafted by the Pacers, so I was honestly hoping that he wasn't going to turn out all that well, but I don't really care about that now anymore. It's just like I wish the best for everybody, so I definitely I'm very happy to see him improve so much, definitely, and I hope that he's able to do that next season. So I recently did a video over the FIBA World Cup, and Osman was literally playing insane in that league. I believe that he was averaging like close to 20 points per game or so. I'll go ahead and have that up on the screen if I can go ahead and find it. But anyways though, he definitely had a lot more of opportunity in his sophomore season than his rookie year, and I think he'll actually be able to improve upon that. You know, he can definitely improve his defensive game. He can also get better efficiently, and then also, you know, just having more touches in general. I believe that he'll be able to do that in Cleveland, so hopefully he's able to do that. You know, Seti is actually a very, very nice player. If you actually just take a look at him and see some of his highlights or games, he is definitely a very solid player, and I believe that he'll be able to win Most Improved Player of the Year as long as he's able to, you know, have more touches, and, you know, just, you know, the coach just believes in him more, and I definitely think that's possible this year. So yeah. And then finally we have the man himself, Jayson Tatum. Now Jayson Tatum actually ended up averaging pretty much the same numbers that he did in his rookie year in this second season that he just had with the Boston Celtics. And honestly, my main, you know, reason that I think this happened was honestly just the chemistry issues. They obviously did not get, you know, along in the court. They actually had reports out that they actually got along very well off the court, but for some reason on the court they just couldn't really do many things. So yeah, I definitely just think that Jayson Tatum on this new look Boston Celtics team, I definitely think that he will actually be able to, you know, just play a lot better. And I actually saw a report out this offseason that he's actually working with Drew Hanlon, I think is his name. And if you guys remember, he actually worked out with Kobe Bryant the offseason before, and that's when we got to see him attempt a lot more mid-range shots. And I actually believe that he's going to attempt a lot less because he actually worked out with Drew, and he'll be able to just attempt more three-pointers hopefully, and then also get into the paint a little bit more. So, you know, just kind of, you know, get away from that mid-range game, which is kind of slowly dying in the NBA. You know, it's definitely good to have, but it's not good to be attempting so many mid-range shots as he does. So yeah, anyways though, let's go and move on to the 5 bonus players that I just have. I'm going to go ahead and just name them real quick, and then we can go ahead and move on. So the 5 players that I've got are Luke Kennard from the Detroit Pistons. I definitely think that he'll be able to improve a lot on this team with a bigger role. And then you also got Bam Adebayo. I actually saw a highlight reel of him very recently, and he's so good defensively, bro. He really is. And if he can just get a bigger role on the offensive end, I definitely think that he can win that Most Improved Player of the Year. So yeah, anyways, we have Jonathan Isaac from the Orlando Magic, and he's got a huge wingspan, and he's also very good defensively as well. So hopefully he can go ahead and get more touches on the offensive end, kind of like Bam Adebayo. And you know, he's hopefully able to improve a lot on his game this season. Next up, we have our guy Thomas Bryant. He's also from Indiana. Well, I don't know if he's from Indiana, but he actually played for IU. So yeah, that's another bonus from me, obviously. So I obviously cheer for him a lot. Anyways though, he is from the Washington Wizards, and he actually improved a lot this year. If you actually take a look at his rookie season, he barely got to play at all. And then in the sophomore season, he was, you know, hitting threes. He was just playing very aggressive. And it was actually a game, I believe, where he didn't average, but he got like an insane amount of points, and I was just like, wow, that's insane. It might have been like a bunch of rebounds that he got or something, but I just remember a game where it went to like double overtime where he just went crazy. But anyways though, yeah, I definitely hope that he can improve. And then at the last spot, I have DeJounte Murray. So Murray is obviously the point guard for the San Antonio Spurs. And if you guys remember, last season was really when people were saying that he could honestly win Most Improved Player of the Year. And he obviously got the terrible injury during preseason, and that was obviously very, very bad. He was literally out for the whole year just because of a preseason injury. But anyways though, he's obviously recovered now, and I actually believe that he can win that Most Improved Player of the Year. I was kind of just like torn up on whether to put him or Derek White from the Spurs on here, but I decided to just put him on there because I believe he has the most potential out of the two. But anyways though, that's my video right there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, then make sure you leave a like, subscribe as well, and I'll go ahead and see y'all boys out.